Hi, my name is Bobby Eldridge, and I want to welcome you to PerformBetterGolf.com. The lesson today is how to make sure you're swinging the golf club on plane, and it's pretty simple. You're going to really like this. For starters, what I'm referring to is when you swing the golf club back, is the shaft pointing parallel to where you want the golf ball to go. And if you do that, and you do swing the club back, and the shaft comes back down, you'll be able to hit the golf ball right down the middle of the fairway where you're aiming. Now, some of you do that, but a lot of you do one of two things. When you swing back, the shaft points miles off to the left. Some of you do this. When you swing back, you swing in too much and you swing the golf club miles off to the right. Now, the first thing you need to know is which one do I do? Well, here's the mistakes. First of all, those of you that swing the golf club miles off to the left, you wind up hitting a lot of shots left. You'll be a decent wedge player, 9, 8, 7-iron player. You'll pull some of them, but you will not be a good driver of the golf ball. You'll wind up hitting a lot of pop-ups. And when you take a divot, it's usually deep and out in front of the golf ball. On the other hand, those of you that swing the golf club over to the right too much, you wind up hitting thins and tops to the right. You'll be a good driver of the golf ball, but a 3-wood or a 5-wood in the fairway, a 5-iron in the fairway, you will really struggle. And when you hit the ground, you hit the ground behind it. Now, here's the second way you can find out if you're doing it correctly. Get a smartphone and have someone stand back across from your feet line and take a look at the top of the backswing where your shaft is pointing. It'll either be going to the left, it'll be off to the right, or it'll be correct. And if it's correct, it's parallel to your feet line. Now, how do you fix it? It's pretty simple. Those of you that swing off to the right, all you have to do is take a club, like maybe a 5-iron, and go to your garage and put the toe up against the baseboard in the garage. And when you swing back, the club should scrape a little bit along the baseboard, and then as you turn this shoulder, the golf club will swing up. And when it swings up, you either have someone stand behind you and go, oh, wow, that shaft is parallel to the garage. Or if you just take a healthy swat at it, you'll be able to say, oh, that's going right into the garage. That's for those of you that swing in and over. On the other hand, for those of you that struggle, stand with a bush behind you and take a swing. If you swing too much inside, you'll hit a bush. So what you can do is practice with maybe the bush that's closer to you, so when you go back, it makes you swing up and not continue to swing around you so much. Now, those two lessons will help you tremendously. Remember, if you swing too much in and over, you can stand in the garage this year and practice before you go teeing off. Make sure that the golf club, when it gets to the top, that the shaft is parallel to the wall of the garage. On the other hand, if you're in the garage, you can take a garbage can and put it right behind you, and that will make you turn and swing up. Now, a lot of my students over the years have said, hey, Bobby, this is great. Love taking golf lessons from you. But sometimes when I'm working on something and I leave and go practice on my own, I don't know if I'm doing it correctly. So let me show you a great training device. This thing is really cool, and I left it off the club so you could see how quickly it is to attach it. Watch this closely. I have this little nut and screw in my hand here. This is how quick it is to put it on. You simply wrap it around the grip part, push it down, make sure that this yellow long line here is right down the center of the club, and if it is, you just put this in and you screw it in and tighten it. That's how long it takes. Now, what does this training aid do? This thing is phenomenal. Okay, I'm ready to go. Watch. I'll do it in front of you. Now, as I go back, this thing is starting to line up with my forearm. And I think you can see that. And if you are someone that swings the golf club in and way across, Watch what happens when I go back. This thing, it misses my forearm. On the other hand, if you lay it off, it won't ever get to your forearm. Let me do it face on for you so you can see down the line. Here it goes. When I go back, I can see that this cup is going to grab me right in the middle of my arm. If it does, all I have to do is turn. Now, this isn't a great hitting device. You can kind of make small swings. But what this does is when you go back, oh, that just fell perfect into place. And this is such a wonderful tool. There it is right there. Perfect. Make sure I turn. And for me, it just plopped right into place. This is a great swing training device. And all you have to do is click the button below and go right to it. And you can purchase this right on our site. Now, let me explain something to you about some training aids. There are thousands of them out there. I probably own half of them. I am extremely critical on the ones that I believe will help you immediately. This swing training device will help you the second you put it on. Thanks and have a great day.